Alright guys, so today I'm gonna make a beginner quilt. Now years ago I made a quilt called picture frames, and I took beautiful squares and I sew a frame around it, and I'll insert a picture for you so you can see what it looks like, so I can use up all of the squares. Now I called it picture frames because in my head I was thinking about framing the picture within the fabric. So these are really beautiful. However, I don't want to cut them up. It's going to be a lazy day today, but I still want to make something really cute and functionable. So I'm just going to make a beginner quilt. So if you've got some squares and you don't feel like cutting them, this is what I'm going to do today. I have quite a number here. I don't know how much is actually in the whole pack, but I'm going to use it up anyway. All right. I am going to add some white around it. So I'm just laying them out all out. To be honest, I was going to make a baby quilt because I need to make a baby quilt for my niece's child, baby. They don't know what they're having and they don't want to know. So I was going to make a baby quilt out of it, and I thought, no, I just want to use it all up. So that's what I'm going to do. So as I said, I'm going to use some white backing fabric, and I'm just going to sew them around the blocks. I'm not going to use this one because I don't think anything special about that, but I'm going to choose whatever is special. Most of them are really beautiful. I have used some already for a particular block, but I'm going to try and use all today. If I am short of one because I'm replacing this one, I'm going to choose some fabric that I can just cut into the size square and add it in. But hopefully this comes out really quick. So let's get going with it. I am going to do at this point is have a look and see which of these are what I should say, any familiar colors next to each other, and so like to get the patterns going in one particular direction. I want the patterns laid out towards the door basically. So if there's like a movement or a picture on it, I want it facing the door, so they're all sewn together in the correct alignment. So that is it at the moment. So far I can see there's a little bit of pinks on this side, so I may just swap these around. So like for example this one, I'll move that there. I just want it to be balanced. That's it really. Let's have a look. I don't like these two together, so I'll probably move that there. Move this one there, put that one up there. It's a little bit of a white there. I'll swap this one like so, and I'll move this one over again. Just want it to be balanced, that's all. And sometimes you can end up spending countless time trying to balance it out, but to be honest, whatever you do is most likely going to work. Alright, so to start sewing, you collect your row in order, okay? I mean, you can collect it however you feel, but if you've laid it out, then it's important for you to collect it in the order that you want it to be. So this is my first one, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven. So this is my top. All right, so we're going to go over to the sewing machine. We're going to lay them down next to the sewing machine so that you know where everything is. And using your strip, we're going to just chain piece it on. So what I'm going to do is to lay my strip down, and I'm going to start with the first one on top, and I'm going to put it face side down right to the top there. Chain piece that one, then the next one goes down right next to it because I don't really want to waste the fabric, so as close as I possibly can like so, and then I continue all the way down. So you can do this beforehand and pin and just continue as you're on the machine, but I like to, as I sew the first one, just continue all the way down. Oi, out, you little snake. Give me my ribbon back now. You, Jackson, no. Oi, sit, sit. Jackson, no. No. Give it to me. Give it to me. Jackson, stop it. No, don't, Jackson. Give it to me. Sit now. Give it, give it. I am not playing with you. Give it to me. Give it to, give it right. You little shithead. Oi, you. This little dog, honestly. Sit now, sit. I am not playing. Jackson. This is why you're not in my sewing room. Give it. You little shithead. Stop it. Why do you do that constantly? Huh? You know I'm not joking with you. You know what? You're banned. You're definitely banned. I don't care. You're banned. You're banned. Sorry. That's it. You had a little bit of privilege and you ruined it. You're not coming back in. Done. You're not coming in. Because you're too naughty. You can't behave. I don't care. I don't care. We can argue about this all day. I don't care. But you're not coming in. You're too naughty. You cannot behave. I don't care. You still banned. No. 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 Don't you dare push that down. Do you know what? I am coming for you, Linda. Yes, you better run. I'm done. All right, guys, so what we're going to do is continue with this. So get it as long as your strip, as long as you possibly can. This is one left over from the previous that I just started on. So I'm going to continue with this one first, and then I'll move on to the rest. All right, so that is what it looks like for now. So these rows are separated. So these rows here are separated. None of them are stitched together, but I've only added the white on one edge. All right, so basically the objective is to now sew these together like so. So you have a really long row. I hope that makes sense. All right, I'll do the same and then we will take it from there. So I'm just going to collect them all. So on the last row, it's just going to be added on. All right, so like so. All of them are going to be stitched. It's an easy way to get it all done. So like so, there, there. That's it. So I'm going to get it all together and then we'll move on from there. All right, so once we're happy with the way the row is coming together, what I have done is add a strip of fabric here and alternating in colors. So that one hasn't been stitched on as yet. And this is what it looks like at the moment. Now you've got two options. You can offset like so. All right, so that in this way the blocks don't line up properly. So if you want it to line up, then you make sure that it's opposite each other. I'm not sure which one I'll go for as yet, but it gives the illusion of it weaving under the blue strip. All right, but that is what it looks like for now. All right, so let's move on. So I'm just putting it on top of the quilt, making sure it's somewhat centered, and I'm just going to measure what I need for the excess that I need to make up the backing I think this is probably about, and I'm talking about this one here that I'm touching at the moment. It's probably, I think, a meter squared. Well, 1 meter, I should say. So that is what I'm currently doing. As I said, I just want to use up some fabric. I do have a project for this fabric, but I wanted something soft to the back. I didn't really want to add anything too strong in color. I love the pastel colors of the quilt top itself, so I wanted to keep that consistency throughout. So I'm just measuring it somewhat centered, and then I'll measure what I need for the balance. So I think that sits about right in the middle. So it's looking roughly about 3 inches extra. Let me see if my gestation is correct. Let me just measure, because obviously I need to leave room for trimming. So currently it's saying it's 2 7/8 on that side. This side is 4 inches. This side is 3.5. This side is, let's have a look, 3 inches. So what I'm going to do is cut my fabric here. I'm going to cut this at 3.5 inches, which will give me enough to go over, so that I have enough to go around the quilt. So this is all I have left of the fabric, and I have used this within the quilt itself. So I thought this would be a nice border around this soft pastel pink here, which I absolutely love. To be honest, I like buying my yardage so that I can, you know, make my quilts my way rather than just using the, you know, the collection of fabrics. I think one of the reasons why I always tend to get it right when it comes to putting colors together is because I do this. I don't necessarily buy, you know, layer cakes and stuff like that. I do tend to put my colors together myself. I like to create my own fabric collection, so that way, you know, it teaches me how to make my color palettes rather than looking at a color wheel. You know, yes, the color wheel helps, but I think really generating your colors is good for yourself. It teaches you a lot. So I'm going to trim this down, sew it all around, and then the next time you'll most likely see me quilting, we'll discuss a little bit of quilting patterns, and then we'll move on from there. Alright, so I've added on the backing to the top. As you can see, I have the blue border around the quilt, and I'm basting at the moment. So I've done this side here already. So I'm about to do this side, which I've already glued, but I'll take the glue with me just in case. If you're wondering what glue I'm using the Birch quilting spray. And what I like to do is from the center come towards me. So I've already added the basting, and I'm just gluing it down with my hands. Wherever I feel like I need to add more, then obviously I would lift and add it. Just spray lightly. It doesn't have to be a heavy spray. Now, one thing, if you feel that the glue is not sticking, like, it could be two things, i.e. One, you've left it a little bit too long to adhere to it, so which means the glue has dried. Okay, you can do either two things. You can add more, or you can just add a hot iron or warm iron onto it. I should say warm, not hot. All right, and the reason for adding the iron is so that it heats up the glue and it further sticks it down. So I like to add the iron onto the back or even the front. No steam, so I'm going to take the steam off. I don't want any steam on it, because obviously the steam will unstick it, isn't it? So steam off and just further press it down. It does make it nice and smooth, which is good. Alright guys, so this is the quilt all completed now. This quilt measures 48 inches squared, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. Now, one of the things I do like about it is the fact that you can see that white line or the white strips of fabric transition all the way through the quilt, and it's nice and straight, so it looks like the white is weaving under, which is good. Love that. I use a meandering style quilting method for this particular one because I wanted it to be soft and pliable. So it's really light and soft, so suitable, I think, for a baby quilt. I was considering giving her this one for the baby quilt. If you could remember, I said to you, they don't know what they're having because they don't want to know. They want to leave it as a surprise. And so I thought if I can incorporate as much colors as possible, making it unisex, then I kind of covered it. Tell me, what do you think? Should I give this to her as a quilt for the baby, or is it too big? It's 48 inches squared, or is it too big? Do let me know. Carl seemed to think it's a good size so the baby can grow into it, etc. But I don't know. I'm a little bit unsure. I was thinking of making something a little bit smaller, but I must admit I do like this. It looks really nice, beautiful. On the back, I use a beautiful soft floral pink. I just love it. It's just so nice. And I did do the border around it with the blue, so it kind of ties it in really lovely. I did a mixture of colors for the binding, as you can see, and I think it looks really good against the pink there. What do you think? But overall, really nice, really, really nice. So that is it. That is it. Let me know what you think down below. As I said, I'm not sure as to which to give, but I do like the strips, you know, in the middles and the alternating colors. Again, I'm just a little bit unsure as to whether or not to give this to her as the baby quilt, but I do like it. I do like it. Let me know, guys. You know, put my mind at ease. Do you think it's suitable or not? Let me know down below. But I do like it. Beautiful. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. This is my favorite here. I just love this pink. I actually bought it for another project, but hopefully they have more in the fabric store. But this is it. Looks lovely. Lovely, lovely. Very happy with lots of the prints. They're very unisex, the prints. You know, it got a lot of childlike, I think, sort of images that, you know, is relatable in a sense. Lots of florals, lots of different colors to catch the eyes. The quilting is not too dense. I'm trying to convince myself, yes. All right, guys. Well, do like and subscribe for more. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Karen, and I do all things quilting, including quilting stories. So let me know your feedback down below. I always look forward to hearing what you have to say. And yeah, I think it looks good. It looks good. All right, guys, happy quilting. And I'll definitely see you in the next one. God bless. Bye. Love you so much.